After 2 years of solid hard work, we're actually showing the film for the first time.
It's part of the Stroud Film Festival, and we are extremely honoured now to be showing it, but extremely nervous as well.
All the tickets were sold, much to our astonishment, so it's 220 people. It's a really crazy moment for us because after all this hard work, to have such a huge audience is just staggering.
It's sort of come to fruition.
What's it going to be like seeing all these people watching your film?
Horrible. I watched it, we showed it to the local authority last week because they needed to see it for certification. And I had to walk out. I couldn't watch myself on the screen. It's not going to be a very easy thing to me to watch, stuff on the screen because there's a lot of us in this film now.
They needed an objective person to be around, sort of fairly consistently around, I think. And step one was to do a master interview with them.
She's done some very good interviews with us. And I've spent the last where are we now? We're in March, so I've spent the last 8 weeks basically recutting the film completely.
Our personal story is a really big part of the narrative, which it wasn't before. And we realised that actually it was a very major component, partly speaking to Vanessa and partly through what we've sort of been discussing as a team.
It's 50 minutes.
I felt a huge responsibility to try and steer them in ways that perhaps they wouldn't have gone. But the thing that gave me strength was I had a recording of Vanessa Engel's input when she had been filmed with them, with you. And I listened to what she had to say, and I agreed with absolutely everything she said. So if there was any reluctance, I would say, Vanessa Engel said, and then, I just felt I had wonderful support from her, even if she wasn't there.
We absolutely needed to have our story as the washing line of the film.
And you were a bit reluctant to appear.
In a way, we were giving a lot of space and time to other people, but the more we've thought about it, it is our story. And so that's what's changed.
It could be 60 minutes, which would make it sort of terrestrial broadcast, or should it be a feature-length documentary? We knew that that would be 70 minutes or over. We're all new to distribution, and we haven't sort of mastered that in any way. But for the moment, we've gone for 75 minutes. But we know that we could bring it down to 60 fairly easily if we needed to.
There you go. That's the film we should have made in the first place, and that's the film we've now made. And we just wait and see what the response is.
The difficult thing about grief is sometimes, though you come together as a family, you actually need separate space to breathe. And I felt at times just claustrophobic. I couldn't impose my grief, even though it would never have been an imposition, but I had to. So often I'd go for a run, and halfway through the run I would just start crying, and I'd just go and find a field, and I'd sit in the field, and I'd just cry my eyes out.
By and by, you realise that you're not unique, but neither are you alone. And so going and finding other people to talk to was actually, and other bereaved parents, became actually a really, really important thing to do.
It was incredibly moving and really beautiful, and I really just wouldn't want to have missed it.
It's a really colourful film. It's so full of sadness, but so full of hope for the future, the possibility of hope that you can get over grief.
They brought across the kind of normality of madness that can come with grief, and that's okay.
The thing I loved about it mostly was very unjudgmental.
It will open your mind to how you can deal with people who are bereaved when you meet them on the street, how you feel about them, how you can understand a little bit of what they're going through.
Yes, you've done.